Well, I told you the video was coming. Here it is. Now, if you hear any like if you hear that, don't worry. It's the Apple lovers. They just got their punishment. They got their correction. They're not accepting it well. Their feelings were hurt. Don't worry. This video right here, I'm going to help y'all Android lovers out. Let me help y'all out, all right? Because y'all coming around saying stuff, and no one can figure out a single thing you're trying to say, all right? First things first. Android, stop. You lovers need to stop lying. You keep telling everyone, oh, my battery lasts so long. Our batteries last so much longer than Apple's. You like, oh my god, I could power my boat on with it. My Tesla could drive down the street using my phone battery. Tell you some right now and right quick. The only reason why your phone battery is lasting so long on your Android, you little TCL lovers and LG lovers and Motorola boys and all that stuff, let me tell you something, is because Android has this thing where he's trying to shut down every app that runs in the background. Every single app as fast as it can, which is quite embarrassing because with a 5,000 milliamp battery, you ought to be getting a lot better production than that. I should have my entire app, all my apps running in the background and a cow being milked on a battery and it should be fine, it should be running. But no. Alright? Accept the fact that, unless you got a Samsung, Apple has you beat Android. You Android lovers, Apple beat you on that. Accept it. Be humble. You don't need to be whining like they are right now. You hear? You hear them? You hear them right now? They're all crying over there because they were corrected, they were punished. How I had to do it. But number two, this is the second thing. Stop bragging about your screen, okay? Your screen ain't that great. When I talk about Android in general, I'm talking about everything except for Samsung most of the time because, I mean, when someone says Android to me, Samsung is more of a, even though it does use Android, they use One UI, and it does not look like an Android system. It does not. It looks like a cousin, but it does not look like an Android system. And it doesn't behave like an Android system. That's besides the point. Some of the things it does, but you get the point. Here's the thing. But I'm referring to all those other products: LG, TCL, Motorola, BlackBerry, Sony. I can just keep going on and on and on and on. We'll be here for hours. Your displays are not that great. They just are not. They look like someone burnt a candle and then try to use the wax to draw some out. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's weird looking stuff. You can't. And your camera stinks still. What in the world's going on with that? Well, Huawei's coming out with a Poco. If I'm going to spend $1,000 on a phone, I'm not going to buy a Poco, whatever it's called. A Poco? What's that about? Anyways, and then this and another thing. Android. The reason why Apple left the earbuds behind them is because they thought, that's a big word right there. Thought they had a good wireless earbud to go to. I personally think that wireless earbuds sound like trash, and they do. But you Android lover, you know what, Android lovers? For people that hate Apple that much, you guys should just follow right behind them. Following everything that they do and Samsung does. Samsung owns you and Apple owns you. Live up to it. Live up to it. Accept it. Understand the fact that you are owned by another company. Not literally, but they own you. They push you around. If right now, if they want to give you problems, they will give you problems, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. You accept it. So stop going around, Android fanboys. You need to stop going around to my thing. It has my core processor is. Nobody want to hear about your core processor. Trying to enjoy a meal. You know, you're spewing facts. It's not as bad. Do you know what's worse than an Android and Apple lover put together? All right, is the PC lovers. Woo! Don't get me started on them. They think they're God's gift to create. They think they're the smartest twig on the tree. They just think they're so clever, and some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Once again, I'm not saying expert. I'm talking about the lovers. The lovers, the one that just, they think they're so smart. They just spew out a bunch of words. They don't even know what their own words mean. They just sat up late at night when I was watching, memorized a bunch of words like core processor. Okay, COREPRO. Is that 2 C's or what? That's what they're doing. And the next day, so I have a core processor, and Intel 5th generation. So what's Intel 5th generation? They don't have a clue what that even means. They're like 5th generation. It means it's 5th generation, man. Hey! Or they'll break off the subject real quick. You know how they go. That's how you Android lovers haven't reached that point yet, but you're close. You're very close. It's a Snapdragon 785. I mean, what's a Snapdragon? You ain't know what a Snapdragon is. Yeah, you don't know what it is, do you? And I'll tell you why you don't know what it is. Because you're confused and you're so worried about Apple's doing it there. Why don't you focus on your own stuff, huh? Well, next year, and right now, you notice they're already, this is what they're doing. They're already talking about the Apple, the iPhone 15. Can you let some people enjoy their devices? Guys, some people, it's like with a PS5. Like in 2021, they joined Apple TV, and it's 5 months free Apple TV. Well, that's beautiful. It took me ages to get a PS5. Ages. Because a bunch of you people buying them and selling them for $900, ripping people clean off. Yeah, one day you come up and start coming on. You're gonna get your come up. It's just coming for you. It's coming for you. Can't be that way. Buying it and selling it, putting interest on it so high that people are paying $2,000 by the end. They'll pay no $2,000 for a piece of your mind. And you guys are doing it to people. Yeah. Have some woman posing a picture to sell the product. There ain't no woman alive. There ain't no model alive. There ain't no man alive gonna take a picture. Give me and spend $2,000 on a PS5. You do not control me with your seducing actions. You men need to control yourself. Seriously. These women be flirting with men in these middle. What, you can't control yourself, huh? If you don't know a man and you're married in a relationship, you ought to be able to stick 500 women in your presence for a week straight. And you don't have a problem. That's a real man right there. I accept the challenge. You put me in a situation like that. If you got to force me in a situation like that. That's first of all, I ain't going to a room with a group of women. Gosh. Okay, who wants that kind of torture? But anyways, that's besides the fact. The fact of the matter is, y'all need to be treating your women a little better. Because if you call them your women, you're treating them with respect. I'm tired of this stuff. People slapping their women across the face and stuff like that. I'll tell you something. If I ever see a man slapping his woman across the face, I'm gonna knock you in the top of the head with a frying pan. Alright, you ain't taking. Don't be doing it. Don't be doing it. I'm telling you right now. It's a stupid move. And I'll tell you why it's a dumb move. Just because if you can't control yourself, I don't know, punch a hole through the wall. I don't know. I don't encourage foul behavior, but it's better to hit the wall than hit a person, alright? That's besides the fact. You men need to get under control, and you women too. Oh, you women. You women. You'll spend 15 hours trying to concoct some kind of weird thing to cause an issue, and then act shocked when the issue comes out. You had 15 hours to think of that and you'll wonder why they can't. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. I'm gonna get myself in trouble. Look at it. I'm talking about Android lovers, and look where I got myself in. I've dug the hole too deep now. I'm going in all the way. Women, don't be telling people you ain't got time for nothing. Don't be, look, what women need motivation for? Why you guys need motivation for stuff? When I do something, it's because I want to do it and I want to do it right. We don't need somebody to be like,
You can do it, Ginger. Come on. I believe in you. Don't you put that fork in your mouth.
oh, shut up. If you want to, put it this way. If you want to lose some weight, if you want to get in shape, all right, if you want to take up art, if you want to start learning how to fly, you don't need someone behind you. It's nice maybe, but you don't need someone behind you patting your back. Oh, you got this, honey. If you actually want to do it, come on now. It ain't that hard to stop eating. I've dieted 5 times in my entire life, every time successful. You know why? Because I'm not a little weak-minded person. All right? I can say, you know what? I'm not eating trash food any longer. That trash food does not control me. I control it. Simple as that. It don't control me. I used to put cake in front of my face. Days and days and days. I'd put cake in front of my face and not eat it. You put cake in front of these people, oh my gosh. They almost set the fork on fire because it moves through the air so quickly. But I hear a sonic boom from a fork because they move it so quickly to their mouths.
I don't like cake, man.
You don't weigh that much. Come on now. Put the fork down, you bunch of hippos. Put it down, and not that people getting all depressed because they're big. It's not like you're missing a leg. It's not like it's something you can't control. You can put the fork down. Same thing with what you wouldn't do for
No one encourages me. No one supports me.
Well, no kidding, probably because you're weak-minded. And everybody else has a life to live. Nobody has time to be calling you up 24/7 to encourage you in life. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right?
She's fat again. No one wants to help.
No one wants to help. I can count on my hands how many times I've gotten help when I needed it. You learn how to do it by yourself. And that's what teach. That's why you guys don't grow up for. That's why people don't grow up for. That's why there's Android lovers and Apple lovers. People worry about a phone. Because ain't nobody gone through anything in life. That's the problem. The toughest thing that you've gone through in life is trying to figure out what you want to order off a menu. That's the toughest thing. And it's unfortunate that it's kind of. I don't wish bad things upon people, but it's like no one learns anything unless they go through something. Every single time that 90% of the time, even more than that, when I go through a tough situation, I learn how to get myself out of it. I learn how to fix it. And that teaches you other stuff. Some of you just want everyone to solve the world's problems for you. That's all you want. Why? They have their own problems. Why don't you help once in a while? Ain't nobody want to help. Lazy moms don't want to help with nothing. That's it. That's it. That's all this has to do. This conversation has ended. Don't you like that statement? This conversation.
I'm done talking. I'm done talking.
So they say. They're losing the argument. This conversation has ended. It is over. It has been completed. We're not talking about this anymore. Just look around the room like, oh, okay, what's that supposed to mean? Guess it's over. Conversation's ended. All right. It's a little loony to me, in my opinion, but okay. Trying to figure out what happened. Nobody wants to talk. Sometimes you gotta force stuff out of people's mouth, but they don't want to listen. You can't force it. You can't physically force something out of someone's mouth. Then you're a psycho. What are you doing? So that's the whole point. Listen to these instructions. If you want to become something in life, all right, you gotta do it because you want to do it. If you want to lose weight, you gotta have willpower. There can't be someone patting you on the back and you blame it. Stop blaming everybody else. Nobody forced you down in a chair and shoved mac and cheese down your throat and donuts down your throat and cake down your throat. You did it to yourself, so stop complaining that no one's encouraging you out of it. The same thing goes for you trying to get a job. If you're trying to become, let's say you want to be let's say, like I said, a pilot. Let's say you want to become a pilot. Don't begin, if you got yourself fired, right? Don't be looking, oh, is somebody going to encourage me? It's their job to encourage themselves. If someone chooses to encourage you, that's one thing. Good. I mean, that's nice. That's sweet. It's nice to help others. What I'm trying to say is stop blaming everybody else because they're not. Oh, they're not encouraging me. Ain't nobody sits around and encourages me. Nobody tells me, get up, you can do this, you can do your way. What? If someone did that, I'd slap him. Ain't nobody doing that to me. Jumping around me, I'm not referring to violence. I'm making a point. I wouldn't literally smack him. I don't know. It depends. If it's a dude, I might smack. You know, buddy, you can do this. I believe in you. This ain't nothing to do with depression. If someone's struggling in life, you ought to give them a call and help. I'm not talking to that. Stop faking it. Everybody knows real depression versus I'm just not good. No. I'm talking about a legit person that tries to help everybody else out. That's how you know a real person. They put all their effort to help everybody else out and never put themselves first. That's a person you need to help. Alright? Simple as that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs down. YouTube don't even let the dislikes matter anymore. So how about that? This video might get banned. The Android fanboy video might get banned because how I've got off topic here. But I had something to say and I said it. Blessings to all. Share this video if it needs to be shared. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings, but if feelings are hurt, they need to be hurt possibly. If you have a problem with it, comment down below. Tell me, you're an idiot. I hate your guts. Whatever you want to say, write down in the comment section below, and you might be getting a respond to. I might respond to you maybe if I feel like it. Have a blessed day. Take care.